Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, we're back here with a follow-up ShakeKit video for the SRS U-Shake6. So in the last video, when I was pretty new to setting it up, I hadn't tried it too long. We were on this setup page here, and I was under the impression that these were how you fine-tune what you want to feel in the game, and to an extent, it kind of worked. Like when I didn't like the engine sound, I turned down the center. But what I since learned is that these are actually just like volume controls. So just changing these sliders, control the actual volume for each one of the speakers. But you can actually fine tune everything in the tuning section here of the shake section. So I'm going to go through that right now. And what I also learned is after I looked at this guide here, is that right here, an important factor in the strength of your shakers is the Windows setting utilized for the sound card controlling the shakers. So basically, if it's too little, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had it at like 5% because I didn't like how much rumbling I was getting. If you just right click here and you go to levels, they suggested 50, so I brought it up to 50. It's a lot of rumbling on the default settings, but just bear with me here and we'll tweak it out to suit it to your liking. So first we'll change that to 50. And then what I did here is I looked at all of these settings, that all these controls that I could use for this particular car, the Formula V, and I turned them all to 0. Um, the reason I did that is because I want to drive around the track and I want to turn them up one by one just to feel what they're doing. It explains it in here as well, like the engine, the gear, suspension, vertical G, impact. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to just read this all to you right now. Actually, I'll drag this off the page and we'll just kind of go one by one here. And I could be wrong. I'm still pretty new with the ShakeKit here, so I might be saying some things that are incorrect, but just bear with me. So let me try to leave this open, and if you look right here, yeah, have my mouse. Yep. This is the little volume control here. It's hard to show you what I'm feeling, but you can see right here every time it shakes, it'll make a green bar. So we'll start with the engine. The engine noise, obviously, is just the subtle rumbling of the engine. I personally hate that. I don't care. I don't need to have my back rumbled every time the car's on. But if you watch the bar here, the higher I crank it, the more, and it's just in the middle of my back. not not something I prefer, but somebody might like it. Maybe put it at like 1. It doesn't even make the green bar go up if you have it at 1, but I can feel it. I can feel it all the way from 2 on. So I'm just going to keep that one off for the time being. Um, the vertical G's, I don't know if I feel that when I'm driving around, but what I do like to feel is the gear shifting. So if you go down here, if I crank this up to, let's just do 15, and you can watch me shift through the gears. And that's right under my thighs. I believe it's both speakers under my thighs, maybe even the middle, but it's very strong, whatever it is. Let me just drive around for a little bit right now. So right now I have everything turned all the way. Oh, third gear. I have everything turned down all the way. This is kind of hard to see with that there. And I'm not feeling anything other than, literally, other than me shifting gears. I'm driving on the rumble strips. Nothing's happening. I can feel it in my wheel, the force feedback in my wheel, but not in the ShakeKit. So let me turn on. Oh, here's a good one. Impact. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? Do you want to really get jolted when you crash? Yeah, let's put it up to 20. You see that in the? You see that up here? Let me see if my car's still alive. Watch right here. Boom. Yep.
Do what you can. We can fix it up.
Broke the car. Okay. So yeah, you probably don't want it at 20. I think that just vibrated every speaker, but you probably do want it just to remind you not to crash. So maybe put that one at 5. Here, we'll put it at 5. You'll notice that when you start driving, you'll feel, with the default settings, you'll feel just bump, 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 bump down the road. And I'm not sure if that's long G acceleration or deceleration or a combination of both, but if you watch right here, let me turn this up to 10. Oops. While I'm driving. Alright, we'll see if we start feeling some of the bumps. No, that is actually not giving me the bumps. Maybe it's suspension. Try the suspension. 1 second. Let me pause this real quick. Let me go back to the pits. I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I believe we're back live. Alright, so I've got the long G acceleration. Let me turn off the suspension. I've got the long G acceleration on. And that's the only thing I've changed. We've got the gears at 14 and the impact at 5. So if you look right here as I'm going along, you can see that it starts to vibrate as we start to increase speed. And then if we decrease speed, it also starts to vibrate. So that's what the long G acceleration and deceleration do as far as I know. Lateral G, I'm not sure. Let me see what it says about lateral G. An effect based on sway telemetry, total lateral movement generated by Sim Racing Studio. Okay. Personally, I don't like all these bumps on the straightaways. I'm going to turn these down to 2. So just enough to rumble a little as I'm driving. Let's see, the vertical G, this effect is related to heave telemetry. I don't even know what that means. Let me see if I turn this on. Let me see if this does anything. If I turn these off and turn that on. Yeah, I'm not feeling anything there. The suspension, whoops, driving off the track here. The suspension, what does it say about the suspension? Controlled by telemetry output for suspension, which is not the same as telemetry for motion, sway, heave. Usually only available for cars. Okay. And traction loss. Let's see if I can... that's pretty self-explanatory as well. Some cars have the ABS lock, so if you want to get vibrating, if you want to get shaking when you lock up the brakes, that would be helpful. I'm going to try traction loss. I'm going to see if I can spin this thing out with nothing else on. With no impact on. No vertical G's on. And just traction loss. I'm going to see how it feels when I spin out. Let's see, what do I normally spin out? Let's see if we can spin out here. Nope, not spinning out. Hold on, the hairpin. I usually spin out of the hairpin. Bear with me for 1 second while we get to the hairpin. Maybe I'll downshift it to second. We'll see if we can feel the traction loss.
1 minute 15.116.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Right on the, we're losing it to the left there, and I could feel it right under like my butt on the left butt cheek. So traction loss is probably something that, hey, this guy's on my track. I thought I went to a private track. Traction loss is something that you probably want as well. So let me get off this track. Onto a different one. So yeah, that's more or less how you can fine-tune the ShakeKit, the SRS U-Shake6 to your liking. Personally, I think we'll probably have a little of all this. The impact, I'll probably put it at 10. Long G acceleration and deceleration at 3. Can't remember what vertical G's did. Engine at 0. Lateral G, I'll put it around the same. The gear I like to know when I'm shifting gears. Suspension, I'll have that around 10. I can have that pretty high as well. Traction loss pretty high. And for certain cars with the ABS lock, I'll probably put it at 10. And when you're all done, you can just hit the save button right here. and it'll save your profile for the V's. You can also save it in here as well. This is just where I have everything at 10. But if you want to turn down certain speakers master volume, you can do that. And of course, you can always turn down all the speaker volume, the master speaker volume here under levels. So yeah, that's how you fine tune the ShakeKit to get it to your liking. So hopefully that video helped some of you guys. I know I was struggling with it earlier when I was setting it up, but yeah. And then you can obviously every time you hop in a new car on iRacing, you can change the settings for each different car. So be sure to use promo code TGRNation5 at checkout. That'll get you 5% off your order on simracingstudios.com. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the races. Bye.